The headlines today exclusive as Punjab finds itself bankrupt and mortgaging state property to raise funds. Its deputy chief minister and de facto boss was busy splurging public money on private junkets. Now an RTI query has revealed Punjab's junkets of shame. The Punjab Deputy Chief Minister Sukhbir Singh Badal appears to have been going on junkets abroad with a coterie of his favourite bureaucrats, all at the expense of taxpayers' money. Information obtained under the RTI Act has revealed that money has been spent on business class tickets, staying in five-star hotels, obtaining a package from well-known tour operator Thomas Cook & Company, and even for pocket money for the Deputy CM and his entourage. As per the RTI information that Headlines Today has access, Sukhbir Badal led a 4-member delegation to the Olympic Games held in London in 2012. 32.44 lakh rupees was spent from the coffers of the Punjab Sports Council on the delegation for their 7-day excursion. 5 lakh was spent on staying at a 5-star hotel, 16 lakh for a travel package to an undisclosed location, and even public money was used to give pocket money to the CM and his team. There was another trip to China to study biomass production, for which another 22 lakh rupees was splurged.
See, it is pure loot of the public exchequer through these so-called foreign tours. They are all meaningless, they are fruitless, non-productive. Sukhbir Badal had gone to for the Olympic Games in London, saying that I'm going to improvise the technologies there and implement them in Punjab. Nothing happened even after 1.5 years. Sukhbir Badal is one of the richest politicians of the country. But you see the mindset here that even for the day-to-day pocket money, they want to depend on
2000 pocket money भी सारे ही worthless है. सारे पूरे पंजाब सरकार मैं यहाँ आया हूँ वो ही worthless है.
Given the fact that Punjab's economy is in a precarious state, the present circumstances dictate that the state government should utilize its funds in a judicious manner. But what these RTI queries reveal is that fiscal prudence is far from the minds of the Shiromani Akali Dal BJP government in the state, and which is why they're splurging on junkets abroad. With camera person Dilip Sahu, Manaman Singh China in Chandigarh for Headlines Today.
And here is why this story is even more shocking. Punjab, once synonymous with prosperity, is now in a bankrupt state with dangerously extravagant bosses. Look at these figures that explain the state of Punjab's finances. 900 crore rupees, that's the state government's monthly receipts. 1,681 crore rupees, that's the monthly expense on salaries and pensions. And the difference between the income and expenses, that's the debt incurred by the Punjab government, is a whopping 781 crore rupees. In fact, Sukhpal Khera, who had asked for that RTI, who had made that RTI query, is with us on the phone line now. Mr. Khera, the argument of every government, and junkets are not new. We've seen them being undertaken by governments of legislators from Uttar Pradesh, legislators from Karnataka. The Punjab government says there was a motive. We were there to study something. Why are you raising these unnecessary objections? What would you say to that?
No, there's nothing, there's no motive at all, because, it's been over 1.5 years since the Olympics have gone by in 2012. And after 1.5 years, by spending 34 lakh rupees of the public exchequer money, Sukhbir Badal cannot even make one single measure that he has taken to strengthen sports in Punjab after visiting the Olympics. It is, in fact, all these politicians have found a very convenient method to have the state government pay for their holidaying, luxury. If you notice as RTI information, they've got a package from the Thomas and Cook Company. That's a luxury tour. They are drawing pocket money, each day, all of the 4 members of the official delegation. And they are staying at Marriott Hotel, which is a 5-star hotel in London. What is the purpose of these people to, have fun and frolic and have the state government pay for that? And also that in 2011, Sukhbir Badal, I don't think you've cited the other information, he visited China with a 4-member delegation and spent 22 lakh rupees on the pretext that I'm going to go and study this biomass power generation. Not a single megawatt of biomass power generation has taken place in Punjab after 3 years of his visit. So what I want to say is that all these leaders, particularly Akalis and Sukhbir Badal, is one of the richest politicians of the country. But he's still drawing pocket money from the state government. He's traveling by first class, business class air from Delhi to London, paying 9 lakh rupees for the tickets. I don't know what sort of expenses they're indulging in. So this is actually plundering. It is the loot of public exchequer money at the cost of all the fun and enjoyment that these politicians want to have.
Mr. Khera, if I understand correctly, the standard protocol after any such study tour, so-called study tour is undertaken, is that a report is filed with the findings made on that particular tour and what is being done, a sort of an action taken report. Was either of those things done in the case of these two trips?
Nothing at all. You take my word, I am the spokesperson of the Congress party in Punjab and I am an ex-MLA. There's not I was an MLA in 2011 when Sukhbir Badal visited China. There is no action taken report. There is no implementation of these so-called study tours that they say that we are undertaking. It is, you believe you me, it is all fun. It is all, what is the purpose of having a Thomas Cook travel, package for 3 days after the Olympics had finished? What is the purpose of doing that? The sole aim of people like Sukhbir Badal is that they find very simple ways of different departments. If they want to go to Israel, they've already been to Israel also. They've been to Turkey. They've been to Dubai.
Okay.
All those RTI information are still pending. Let all these come. You'll come to know that they have not implemented one nothing from studying overseas or studying abroad or going to developed countries and trying to...
Okay, Mr. Khera, I just wanted to ask you a question related to this objection that you've raised to the unnecessary splurge. You think in principle political leaders should not undertake these sort of study tours. Would you extend that same logic to your compatriots in Karnataka?
I would extend that to every political party, every state. Because Punjab, for example, if you see, we are facing a financial crunch of 1 lakh crore rupees a burden.
All right.
1 lakh crore rupees is a burden on the state exchequer. We cannot pay salaries to our employees and pensions to our employees. So when the state is in a deficit, they should make it a rule that if they have to travel for such tours, better pay from your own pocket, better stay on your own this thing, unless it's a prefixed conference or it's something like you're participating in some UNO discussion. Or you're going for some international conferences which are absolutely official in nature. You just can't go, blindly go out there and say that, okay, we will study this and then implement here that these
all right. So we certainly hope that these same parameters will be applied to political leaders cutting across party lines. I want to also, thanks very much, Mr. Khera, by the way, for joining us on the bulletin. I want to ask the final question of my colleague, Manaman Singh Chena. Sukhbir Badal, we saw his reaction. He brushed off the question that you even posed to him. What about the other people who were a part of this tour? Do they think that anything good at all came of it? What are their plans? What are their findings from this tour?
Well, Padmaja, the other people in this delegation were all close aides of Sukhbir Badal. There are 2 bureaucrats in this, one IAS officer who was Secretary Sports at that point of time and one Special Secretary, Punjab Civil Service officer, Manvesh Sidhu. They are close aides. They do not wish to comment on this, but the attitude of the Deputy Chief Minister says it all. He does not find it of any importance at all to give a clarification to the question asked to him. Instead, he says, he gives a flippant and nonchalant answer, which shows that he is not really bothered by the allegations being levelled by the opposition party or the information revealed by his own government departments through a RTI query.
Thanks very much, Manaman Singh Chena, for getting us that story and giving us the update on it as well.